in 49. Race car engineering pace truck, 30 laps. Again, make sure you get your favorite Heartbeat Hot Sauce product again at heartbeathotsauce.com or on Amazon. Rob Penrod, you ready to go next time around. That thing looks good out there, doesn't it? We'll see how it pans out here. 30 laps tonight, $7K to win, and then tomorrow night is $10,000. Friday night is $12,000, and then Saturday, $25,000 to win.
Absolutely. At turn 4, that's been the place tonight, James. We'll see what happens in this one. I love these. I love these 30 lappers, man. $7,000 going to the winner. The race car engineering pace truck will make the hard left-hand turn to the infield. Jonathan Davenport on the pole, and Brian Shirley looking for his first ever Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series win on the outside. The green flag a wave in the Ace Duran hauling and rigging starting zone. 30 laps the distance. We are underway.
Down the main straightaway, Shirley, they go 3 wide into turn 1. Shirley trying to make it stick. Davenport does a little bit better down the back straightaway. Brian Shirley down the back straightaway. Squirrel on the outside. Davenport off at turn 4. They are going every which way out of turn 4. Davenport leads lap 1. That was wild.
Yes, it was. Davenport, Shirley, Moran, Shepard, Whitener, your top 5 at the end of lap number 1. Shirley, though, has his feet back under him down the back straightaway and into turns 3 and 4. He's a full groove lower than Jonathan Davenport. They fan out behind them. That's the battle for 4th on a 3rd on your screen. Moran, Shepard, and Overton.
Shepard on the bottom. Moran, Overton looking for his 6th career win here at Golden Isles. Looks on the bottom, and he had to back out of it. He'll slide up the track, took the air off the cars. They come out of turn 4. Davenport has led the first 3 laps. Shirley for the lead out of 2. Shepard, Moran, Overton, Whitener, Alberson, O'Neill, Erb, and Clay Harris runs 10th as they come out of turn 4. The battle for the lead, Dustin. It's still JD with the lead by a car length into 1. Shirley coming out of 2, Dustin.
Half a cat's whisker lead duos pulled away from the rest of the field by about a second and a half. Brian Shirley in the 3S on the inside. That groove's working for him. Davenport on the outside. Davenport stays out front, 5 in the books. 25 laps to go, and that lead duo continues to lead by about 1.7 seconds, and Shirley lost a lot of ground that time over in turn 2.
He slides up the track. He'll get out of turn number 4, regrouping down the main straightaway. Davenport still leads. As 6 laps in the record books. Again, 30 laps tonight. Brandon Shepard's going to the top, trying to reel in the top 2. Moran runs in 4th. Overton is 5th. As they come out of turn number 4, it is still Jonathan Davenport, the 3-time, and O'Neill into the wall. Meanwhile, Alberson alongside him. O'Neill still has the spot. Mark Whitener runs in 6th, but right now, 49 trying to pull away from the 3S.
And that 49 is quickly closing in on the back of the field as well, James. Just a couple laps away from lap traffic being a factor here at Golden Isles. Looking back through the field, there's the battle for 5th between Brandon Overton, Mark Whitener, and Hudson O'Neill. You mentioned O'Neill grabbing a little bit of the wall. Lap and a half ago. Davenport out front still. 9 laps in the books. Brian Shirley now 1.2 seconds back in the back of the field, James, is a reality for your race leader, Jonathan Davenport. 10 laps in the books, 20 to go.
There's Davenport. He gets around the 16 of Ross Bales. Right now the advantage, you mentioned 1.5 the last time around over Brian Shirley, Brandon Shepard, Devin Moran, Brandon Overton, Mark Whitener, Hudson O'Neill, Tyler, Garrett Alberson, Max Blair. Right now the Hoker Trucking hard charger is KBM 40 in 18th. Still a ways to go yet as he battles with Alan Murdy, does the 49. Trying to put him a lap down.
Yeah, Davenport hasn't been slowed by the back of the field, James. As a matter of fact, he's actually stretched out a little bit these last couple laps. 1.5 was the advantage the last time by. This time by, it's 1.8. So Jonathan Davenport able to work around the 13 of Murdy. Meanwhile, battle for the 2nd spot starting to pick up on your screen. Brian Shirley has it. Rocket 1 trying to take it away.
The 2 Illini hot shoes. Brian Shirley, Brandon Shepard into turn number 1. Now Brandon Shepard goes to the outside as they try to clear the 13 of Murray. Shepard has a run down the back straightaway. Meanwhile, the lead in the 49 car is 1.4 seconds in traffic out of turn 4. Shirley slides up in front of Shepard. Oh, baby, into one. Shepard's got the outside line down the back straightaway. Here comes Shepard as a run on Shirley. They're going to go side by side into turn 3, Dustin.
Yeah, and don't look now, but the back of the field has slowed up Jonathan Davenport just a little bit. They've gained on him. Hellraiser Jacks halfway, 15 down, 15 to go. They took a couple tenths off of the 49's lead. It's still Davenport, Shirley, Shepard, Moran, O'Neill. Your top 5 cars, James, at the Hellraiser Jacks halfway.
Then it's Mark Widener, Brandon Overton, Max Blair 8th, Tyler up 9th, Garrett Albertson is 10th. They're 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Shirley, Shepard, and Moran. Now Moran is going to the top shelf. Down the back straightaway, the defending series champion Davenport still leads by over a second as he comes off of turn number 4 and 49 as we score lap 17.
Yeah, Jonathan Davenport, nice move as he was able to really stretch out his advantage there that last time. Great battle for second. It's an old, worn cliche, James. You take the leader out of it, you've got a good race between Shirley, Shepard, and now Moran and O'Neill right there as well. 4 cars going at it for second, and it happens 3 seconds behind Jonathan Davenport.
Might be a Victory Fuel power move. Look at this battle here.
Wow.
2 by 2. O'Neill goes to the middle. Where did he come from? And they come out of 4. They're 3 wide, trying to go 4 wide into 1. Davenport says, you guys go right ahead. O'Neill is up to second on the last completed lap.
I mean, this is 3.5 seconds behind Jonathan Davenport. Take him out. You got race of the year right here. O'Neill going to take the second spot away again. Then Shepard, Shirley, Moran, Max Blair is up to 6th.
Well, they're racing hard. They're not. They're racing each other clean down the back straightaway. 71 and 1. Blair is up to 6th from 12th. There's the battle for second. Meanwhile, Davenport, yeah, you're right. That 3.6 seconds for JD. Now Moran will try to get around Ebert. He does. Shirley will work the bottom of Dan down the back straightaway. Here comes Blair in a 111. Blair's got one of the fastest cars on the racetrack, but it's only 30 laps tonight, and there's only 9 to go, and 49 is out in front.
Yeah, Jonathan Davenport picking them up and putting them down. Only 2 drivers out of this one, Ross Bales and Kyle Bronson. Bronson, who was an early candidate for that Hoker Trucking Hard Charger Award, fell out on lap number 18 at the front of the field. Jonathan Davenport still has over 3 seconds on Hudson O'Neill in this one. Then it's Brandon Shepard. Then it's Devin Moran. Then it's Brian Shirley. This time by 6 to go for the 49.
Into turn number 1, about the 76 of Blair Nodorf. Here comes the battle there, side by side. Blair and Max Blair goes up another spot. Blair to 5th. There's Shepard. He is in 3rd. O'Neill is 2nd. But he's 3.4 seconds behind JD with 5 to go.
Yeah, Jonathan Davenport really looking good in the 49, man. He's about to put Dennis Erb Jr. a lap down. Dennis Erb runs in the 16th spot. That was close, James.
Dennis Erb Jr. did not know he was there. Davenport down the main straightaway around Dennis Erb Jr. 4 laps remaining. It's 2.5 the advantage in a caution-free race. It would be our 3rd of the year as you battle back here between Max Blair, who runs in 5th, Moran 4th, Shepard 3rd, O'Neill, Brian Shirley 6th, Tyler Mark Widener 8th, Garrett Albertson 9th, Brandon Overton back to 10th. A little bit of surprise there,
I'm
DJ.
telling you what, man, Hudson O'Neill's coming. I don't think he's going to get there in time because there's 2.5 laps to go. But these last couple laps, Hud has trimmed an entire second off Jonathan Davenport's lead. 2 to go this time by. It was 3.6, then it was 3.1, then it went down to 2.5, 2.1, this time 1.8 seconds. So Hudson O'Neill has the fastest car on the track, but this time by, they're coming around for the Barons Performance. 1 to go.
Down the main straightaway, Jonathan Davenport into turn number 1. He's still going to run about 60% while Lucas Oil races this year. 3-time reigning series champion. O'Neill in a hurry, but he's going to run out of laps and time. This is going to go caution-free. Meanwhile, O'Neill on the gas out of turn 4, but Davenport gets it done here tonight.
He tried to make it interesting.
Yep.
He tried to make it interesting. Davenport, O'Neill, Shepard, Moran, Max Blair will be your top 5 in a caution-free A-main that takes 8 minutes and 18 seconds and wraps up at 8:42 p.m. local time. How about that one? So unofficially, it's Overton 10th, Albertson 9th, Whitener 8th, Shirley 7th, Tyler Erb 6th. 5th was Max Blair, 4th Devin Moran, third, Brandon Shepard. Second, Hudson O'Neal. And your winner. He's got to make his way into the Longacre Racing Products Tech and Scale area. The driver of the Lance Landers, Double L Motorsports, Ace Duran Hauling and Rigging, Nutrient Ag Solutions, ASC Warranty, Mark Martin Automotive, Mega Plumbing of the Carolinas, Mount Airy Polaris sponsored, number 49 out of Blairsville, Georgia, Superman Jonathan Davenport.
Hoker Trucking Hard Charger, Max Blair, 12th to 5th. Boy, has some power moves of the race right there. Several of them that you could give right there. Shepard, O'Neal, but Max Blair with the Hoker Trucking Hard Charger and in the 111. So Davenport, the MD3 most laps led us. He leads all the way in a caution-free race. What'd you say, 8 minutes and...
8 minutes and 18 seconds. 14 drivers finished on the lead lap. Only 2 drivers dropped out. Ross Bales, 24th. And Kyle Bronson, 23rd.
Well, we ran, at Alltech, we ran 30 laps in 8 minutes.
Yeah.
What happened to those 18 seconds here tonight? What's going on? Well, I tell you, caution-free. Davenport through traffic. Vintage Davenport right there in 49 as he will go on to the Big River Steel podium. Ben, there you go. What was your view down there? O'Neal did not, he needed a caution there, but he might have needed another lap or two, and it could have been a different story, right?
Well, he was putting the whip to it. I tell you what, I think my biggest takeaway, one is going to be Jonathan Davenport, first time in over 10 years that he's won here at Golden Isles. That's going to be a takeaway, but this track tonight was fantastic. Top to bottom, it really set the tone for the weekend, and I think it's only going to get better as the week goes. This was top shelf racing. Yeah, you know, JD led the whole way, but behind them, you guys nailed it. At one point, that battle for second with 4 cars going after it, and Hudson at the end, he was hanging it out there trying to get there to Jonathan Davenport, but Hudson, we've seen it so far this year, guys. Hudson hard charges 8th to 2nd, and Brandon Shepard continues to live on the podium as well. Third on the Big River Steel podium tonight.
Wait till those cars dust and clear the Longacre scales. Crown Vic feature, 15 laps is coming up next. It'll be live here on FloRacing. What time did you say? 8:43? Checkered flag.
8:42 p.m. And the thumbs up has been given. Superman Jonathan Davenport will be making his way back out on the speedway. Your runner-up Hudson O'Neal pulling down there alongside Velan Victory Lane. Brandon Shepard, who rounded out the Big River Steel podium, also going to be making his way back out. And it's official, Ben Shelton, the Fast 49 pulling back out on the racetrack on the back straightaway.
A home state win for the driver who calls Blairsville, Georgia, his original residence. He's got the farm over in Carolina, but I think everybody's always going to think of Blairsville, Georgia when they think of Jonathan Davenport, and he makes his way around to Velan Victory Lane. He'll be the 4th different driver to pick up a Velan feature win in the first 9 races of the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series season. And he's going to pull around. We'll talk to him about this one. Again, a home state win, 7,000. This is also his first ever, this is his first overall win of the year. As we talked about, a pick and choose schedule this year for Jonathan Davenport, looking to spend more time at home with his family and on the farm while picking and choosing along the way. Came down here and tested last week on his way to Ocala, Florida. And that testing perhaps paid dividends here tonight. A Velan feature winner, $7,000, the 93rd of his career for the Georgia native. And again, a 3-time series champion, the Ace Duran Rigging number 49 Cornet power tonight for the Longhorn as the crew takes a look at that right rear tire to see how it's shaped up. Corey Fosfett, crew's chief on this race car. Sunoco Race Fuels checkered flag. That's what the winner will be holding when he climbs out of the race car here tonight. Jonathan Davenport, his 3rd Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series win here at Golden Isles, the 93rd of his career. Steering wheel comes on top of the race car. Your winner tonight, race fans, Jonathan Davenport in car 49. Confetti flies as the 93rd time that Jonathan Davenport has been a Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series feature winner. Jonathan Davenport, February 2016. That is the last time with Lucas Oil you stood here. How good does it feel, number one, to get back here, but also get the first win of the year?
Yeah, no doubt. Hell, that's my first lap lead of the year. Feels like we just never could get no air on the front of this car. Even though we'd start on the front row out in Arizona, just never could get the start, and then just never had the car to come back to the front. But guys, my guys give me an awesome car today. This is for them for sure. We wrecked that car Thursday at Ocala, and they worked their tails off, drove a lot more miles than they should have to try to fix that one. And anyway, just thanks to them for all the work they do for me for sure. Thanks to all of our sponsors. Of course, I'd like to welcome Ace Duran to Victory Lane finally. So just thanks for them for coming on board for sure. And Nutrient Ag Solutions, ASC Warranty, Longhorn, everything they do for us. That I feel like we take advantage of them sometimes, but they're just great people to work with. From Steve to everybody in the chassis shop, Longhorn Dynamics, just the assemblers, Detroit Parts, man, just everybody. Couldn't do this without them for sure. Got to think, of course, some of our other product sponsors like Dyer's Rods, they come back on board and helping us out. We had a Cornette in tonight, I'm pretty sure. Cornette and Clements, they do just a phenomenal job, both of them, so I can't even really tell which ones we got in the car. But just all of our sponsors, all of our product sponsors, couldn't do it without none of them.
From the heat race on in this main event, at one point you had over a 3-second lead. From the driver's seat, how good was this racetrack for you?
The racetrack was awesome. Larry's done an awesome job of widening it back out, especially getting in turn 1. He took a lot of the cup off of turn 2, so we didn't have to run up there, and it let the bottom catch up a little bit. But I think that the biggest deal was just me and Hudson was a little different on tires than the other guys starting up front. I knew that I needed to get the lead and get some clean air, because if Shirley got by me, or I think maybe Brandon was under me there the first couple of laps, but just trying to get the lead, and then finally get a little heat built in this Hoosier, and then we could take off from there. We was just really good. And then my guys told me that Hudson was tracking me down there pretty fast at the end. I couldn't really see Corey. Was kind of mixed up on where I wanted him to be and where I could see him. But anyway, it was good enough to get it done tonight.
I know you're a guy that doesn't get lost in the numbers, but after tonight, you were 1 win behind Scott Bloomquist as the all-time win leader for Lucas Oil from where you started to now. What do you go through your mind when you hear that?
I can't even put that in words right now. That's awesome. I mean, I've been doing it a long time. You can tell by all the gray, but man, he's one of the greatest, if not the greatest for sure. And just to be up there, in any win column with him or Billy or Shepard or Donnie Moran, Purvis, all of them, man, they're so good. It's just been really, really thankful for all the car owners over the years, and all the crew chiefs, the crew that's helped me, definitely blessed. And we're definitely going about this year a little bit different. So you never know when it's your last win. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've won here. I've run second, third. We come here and test a lot. This is one of my favorite racetracks, but just never could get it done. So maybe this will get the ball rolling.
Jonathan Davenport, 7,000 to the good. He wins here tonight at Golden Isles Speedway. Top the Big River Steel podium, second on the Big River Steel podium. Catching a word with his crew chief, Jason Durham, back here. Hudson O'Neill. Huddy, man, you were putting the whip to it at the end. Jonathan mentioned tires. Did it take just a little bit for this car to get rolling in the main event?
Yeah, more than anything, I was following them guys around the bottom, and I felt like I was better than them running 6th or 7th or wherever I was running. And so I moved to that top, and I started passing a few of them, and then I got back down behind Whitener and just tried to peek under him, and I never could get under him. And then that was whenever I think that top finally got cleaned off a little bit, and we started making really good time up there, and was able to move around good. I really thought this racetrack turned out awesome. Being able to race all over it, different tire choices, being able to race all the way from the Uke tires on the inside all the way to literally rubbing the right rear tire against the wall. So I probably did it too hard a couple times, and hopefully we didn't cost us too much parts. But all in all, we had a really good night. Qualified good and got it set up decent for a heat race, and felt like maybe we had a good piece for Jonathan there, just 30 laps, and we just we didn't take advantage of our time early enough in the race to be able to get up through there and get to him fast enough. But he did an awesome job, and see what we got for him here the rest of the week. But I appreciate all my guys, Jason, Riley, Kyle, Logan. We got Michael Meredith here with us this week, and my dad and my wife and everybody on this race car, the Wheeler Metals, Merrill Bonding Company, Big River Steel, ran really good tonight, and appreciate people like Weir's Machining and Wild's Dry Shafts and everybody that's a part of it. We'll see everybody here tomorrow.
8th to 2nd tonight, Hudson O'Neill. He's second on the Big River Steel podium. Meanwhile, rounding out the Big River Steel podium tonight, Brandon Shepard in car 1, the Rocket 1. Brandon's still looking for that first Golden Isles win, but man, another night, another fast race car. What's the biggest takeaways with tonight's podium?
Well, I'm not even going to say anything about tires, but we finished tonight. So, that's better than the last 2 nights at Ocala. We had some unfortunate deals there, and we had a really fast car. So, track was awesome tonight. Our car was really fast. Another consistent night for us. Can't thank Mark and Steve and everybody at Rocket Chassis and Dan, Austin, and Joel for working their tails off on this thing, and hopefully we can keep it up front all weekend.
There, the first half of the race, it was like a Friday night at Farmer City or Saturday at Falls. You and Shirley, does it never cease to amaze you going around the country, whether it's Shirley or Bobby, these Illinois guys, you can't get away from each other?
Yeah, for sure. I like seeing Squirrel run good. He's like family. He's only about 5-10 miles from me. So, it was fun racing him there at the beginning. I think I hurt my right rear tire trying to pass him, and then once I got past him, I think I was overheated too much and couldn't really go as good as I could before. But all in all, like I said, we had a really consistent, balanced race car. I could pretty much run wherever I wanted to on the racetrack. So this XR2 is really good, and we'll see if we can keep it up front all weekend. Like I said, I can't thank everybody on this car enough, and my beautiful wife and kids back home for their support. And thanks to all the fans for coming out, and hopefully we keep the weather away and we have a solid weekend.
Brandon Shepard, third on the Big River Steel podium. Guys, it was a fun night and a great way to start 4 rounds of racing here at Golden Isles.
This track, it just races so good at times.
The small highlights we just saw right there.
I know.
I mean, one time they were almost 4 wide coming off of turn 4, DJ.
We're going to see even more highlights right now.
Let's do it.
Check out your race recap, James. It all started with Jonathan Davenport and Brian Shirley on the front row, and they went nearly 3 wide into turns 1 and 2 before Davenport finally inched out ahead at the end of that first lap.
Well, Shirley tried to make that top work, but Davenport leads all the way here tonight, but Shirley slides up the track. But man, 30 laps, 8 minutes and 18 seconds to run that here tonight. Brandon Overton looking for his 6th win here. You thought, well, early on he was right there and dropped back, finished in the 10th spot. And there's the battle there between the 2 Illini hot shoes and Shepard and that move right there by Shirley. I don't know who to pick a victory fuel power move of the race. We can give it to several different guys, right?
There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them, for sure. And again, I know it's a worn-out cliche, but man, oh man, you take the 49 out of this one, and it could have been a Race of the Year candidate. You see him right there. And Hudson O'Neill, he tried. He made up over 3.5 seconds in about the last 7 or 8 laps of this one. But when the checkered flag waved, he came up just a little bit too short, about 1 second back of Superman Jonathan Davenport, who leads our 3rd caution-free A-main of the Veland Winter Nationals here during Georgia-Florida Speed Week.
Max Blair, 12th to 5th, your Hoka Trucking hard charger of the night. As you see the Big River Steel podium down there. Well, tomorrow night, back to points racing, DJ. Don't forget, we still have the Crown Vics coming up, but point racing tomorrow night continues, and O'Neill will be the points leader heading in tomorrow night at the Midwest Sheet Metal.
And we still got We still got the Crown Vic.
We still got the Crown Vics minus our pole sitter.
That's minus the pole sitter.
Are you sticking around? Please stick around.
I will stick around just for you. And if you are watching at home, you stick around as well. Crown Vic's 15-lap A-main coming up next. Don't go anywhere. You are watching the Veland Winter Nationals live here on Flow.